Wowie, what a song that was. Whew. Let's get the game up here. Whew. What a song that was. Am I right, ladies and gents? Hopefully that doesn't get me fucking copy ID'd. But let's see. Pop that out. Pop it to chat. Let's check that real quick. Exit out of that. Exit out of that. I need to commission a friend of mine to get me like a song that I can just play at the beginning, like a chill song that I can play in like loop, just in case I go somewhere. But this is Hand of Fate. I did the tutorial, but I'm actually gonna go back. And basically, the second game of this came out, and I wanted to check out the first game, and I thought, you know, it's a good game for streaming, and I haven't streamed since my computer. Well, it seems like a good game for streaming, and I haven't streamed since my computer shut down. I forgot my controller. Hold on, right there. Yeah. That's no, that's the wrong controller. Hold on. Hold on. Pop it. There it is. Whee! I have a wired connection because I don't have Bluetooth on this computer. Because it was built by me. By me, I mean I bought all the parts and then asked a friend to build it for me and gave him 50 smackaroos after he did. It's cheaper than having them build it for you. But I digress. So yeah. Let's get that up there. Move this over here. Extend that out a little bit. And we should be Gucci. That's Hand of Fate. The guy talks a little bit, but I'm also going to do doing some talking.
One more for the game.
Final journey.
You have passed the 13 gates.
So immersive.
And you come to my table to play the game of life and death.
The subtitles are off, but whatever.
Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back.
I have to turn down the game a little bit in OBS. I think I'm actually going to turn down the game in settings a little bit more. I had it turned down a decent chunk, but there you go. That's probably fine. This music is so loud, dude. Let's see if I can. Music is just very loud. Baffles me how loud it is. Alright. Mouse pointer off the screen.
The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of.
So, basically it's a card game. I'm not a big fan of card games.
Here's the first member of my court.
Jack of Dust, the bandit leader, is stronger and faster than most bandits encountered. He can become enraged, making powerful, unblockable attacks. He also inspires his followers to steal gold on each hit. In the ruins of an ancient temple, among the eternally shifting sand dunes, lives a mysterious leader of the Desert Bandits. Yeah, that's the words. Infamous for his reign of terror over any spice caravans that dare take their chances traveling through this domain, he rules as a king over the barren lands. So, I don't like card games that... it's not that I don't like card games. I play a lot of Hearthstone. You know, I played some Gwent when I played through The Witcher. Which is pretty cool, by the way.
Where they may. We begin.
But, I'm kind of, like, getting sick of card games in, you know, in, like, modern gaming. Everything has to have cards now and shit like that. But,
Fair Merith. I'm not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories.
See, I already went through this tutorial. It's probably going to be exactly the same as before. One day in a shady forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Merith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? So I'm gonna ask her for... I don't think it really matters, but I'm gonna ask her for one life. As you wish. Merith mutters and waves her wand. I don't think the narrators. Whatever. A light shines from your skin. The dealer draws you 1 max health gain card. 5 max health.
A little extra health, but it is only a momentary respite.
So... The greatest of magical artifacts were forged long ago and have only limited uses before their power is spent. Use them wisely and they may guide you to victory. Farewell, mortal. So like I said, let's take a card games recently, but this card game, it's actually kind of cool. It's like you're on an adventure and stuff.
That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing lacking.
You see a weapon glinting in the sunlight, lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of the canyon. The walls of the canyon are covered in thick vines, perfect for climbing. Time to retrieve the weapon. So here's like a kind of, it's like a roulette thing.
Choose from these options.
So far I found if you just follow the card on top, it's pretty easy. But it's probably get harder throughout the game. Very carefully, you make your way to the bottom of the canyon. You retrieve the weapon from the ancient corpse. Draw one equipment card. Sword.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
Mr. Lionel. Whilst enjoying your evening meal at the local tavern, a strange old man takes a seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention. You notice that he appears to be a goblin poorly disguised as a human. His wizened face grins with a hint of madness. My name is Mr. Lionel. If you give me what I need, boy, I will conjure up your heart's desire with this wizarding wand of my own creation. This worked for me last time. Asking what he needs. Need? I need to help you. Mr. Lionel taps his staff on the ground and shield materializes at your feet. There you go, old bean. He smiles a warm grin that reveals all his chipped and yellow teeth. Your face reminds me of my son. I haven't met you before, have I? Shield. Shields with this trait allow here to reflect projectiles back at the attacker. This must be performed with precise aim as the projectile draws near. Press Y button to reflect projectiles. Weapons with this trait allow the hero to counter their foes' attacks. Look for the green attack indicators above first with the Y button to counter.
You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive.
I didn't read the end of what Mr. Lionel said.
Seeking the heart
Whatever.
of it all.
You've discovered the exit to the area. I haven't finished everything else in this area, so...
You're on the final floor of our simple map.
Oh, this looked different than
your
last time I did this.
waits here for you.
It was like zigzag last time. This one's just straight.
If you defeat me, well, it is early to be talking about victories and losses. Let us see what you're made of.
Slight rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in grave danger. Draw one monster card. So I had to fight 3 guys here. Before I started out with like a store, and then I got like different ambush things, but I guess I'm getting these first. So it kind of spawns in with all your items. It's pretty neat how it happens.
You can now counter your opponent's
so
attacks.
that tells you how to
Hit
do
the
it.
counter button when you see
So
the
attack, Y to
flashing
counter,
indicator.
B to stun, A to dodge roll. So nothing really much about the combat. The animations are kind of wonky, but I mean, other than that, it's just like Arkham, basically. So, you know. Batman, the good old Batman type fighting. Animations are a little wonky, like I said, but sneak up and kill them. Quick weapon blow to the head fixes that. You finish searching the area. 3 gain cards.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
Ooh, a new shield. But I already have a shield. Sure.
Really?
Equip a new shield.
Is that what you're going to do?
Dang, last time I got a weapon from that. It was pretty good. A winding trail.
An ambush. Hardly fair, is it?
Suddenly a tree falls across your path, walking away ahead. A dealer draws you 1 monster card. Only 2 dust. Attack the cowardly band for daring to threaten you. Cry battle cries, you raise your weapon. Battle begins. Last time I bought both The second time I also fought 3 Dust, but it wasn't that card, so I guess I don't know. You piece of shit. So yeah, like I said, just arc in combat. There was one guy at the end of this that I didn't know how to like stop his attacks, but it might just be it to click the stun button or whatever. I want equipment. Ooh, real.
A small aid to navigation, but still.
Stairs encounter upon entering level and grants a gold bonus for revealing every encounter on a level. I got a lot of gold at least. Here's the shop. In Shady Grove off the beaten trail, you found a traveling merchant looking for trade with wandering adventurers. Approach the shop. Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you.
If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. The back and forth between resources and rewards.
They didn't have this heal wounds button last time I was here either. Huh. I already have the shield. Please turn combat. Healing cap and healing the player's use double. I don't really need that. I already have the sword, so I mean I could do this. Press right bumper to throw knives in 8 cardinal directions.
A classical approach to dealing with crowds. Artifacts provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them.
Alright. Let's do it. Here he is.
You have reached my first champion. A good man driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your metal.
So this card has a token, and when it has token, you see he pulled out 3 tokens there. And when it has a token, it basically means you can earn more cards by doing something special with it. And I think in this one, you just have to kill. So 4 of dust. What? That's actually less than the one before. I think I fought him with like 6 of dust or something. I remember maybe so it's 4 of dust. Maybe I'm just an idiot.
Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counterattack.
So I have to either get out of the way or A to dodge roll. Okay. What? Doesn't matter anyway, I can just wail on him. Doesn't matter if I get hurt because it's the end of the level. At the end of the level, it's just like... Look at my dude. But yeah, at the end of the level, it's just like the game's over after that, so...
Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet
so
we are only at the
see the
start
cards
of
we
our
get.
road. You will face 11 more opponents
So
who
he's
will
explaining
test your strength,
the game,
your
basically.
memories,
Jack
and
of
your
Skulls.
resolve. Few
Dead
fall at the
King's
first
Hall.
hurdle. None reach
Local
the
Peasants.
last.
Devil's Choice.
We have wagered, and you
River.
have won.
Captain
You
of the
may
Guards, and
claim
all
your
those have
rewards,
tokens.
Yet
So,
I will also claim mine.
so if I like do all
As you
these
improve,
situations right, then I get extra
so
cards
do
from this,
I.
basically.
Balance must be retained.
It's like card packs. So these are just like different kinds of armor and weapons we can get. And then for defeating my bandit Jack, I'll give you new challenges. Bandit attack.
Shall we deal again? Ah, good. Now you understand the basics. We can begin in earnest.
So now the real
Your
game
hero
starts.
is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court.
So I don't know what's going on with the story of the game, but I do know like You heard him say, very few fall the first hurdle. None have made it to the last. I mean, it's supposed to be like some weird in-game thing. Serving as captains to squads of lesser skeletons, these unholy abominations strike fear into the hearts of all warm-blooded folk. For until this fiend is defeated, their legions are effectively endless.
Time for you to face my undead army. Meet the Jack of Skulls.
So to use a recommended equipment in the encounter deck. Deck's been updated. Okay, so basically they updated the shit for us. Counters. Welcome to the wildcard update for Hand of Fate. This update adds different fates that you can select in order to change the way the game plays. Each fate provides different modifiers to play. Oh, so if you beat... Okay, if you beat Thing... Okay, it becomes like a roguelike almost. I'll stick with, Venture. So I want all of the...
Some cards are locked and cannot be removed from your deck.
Oh, okay, so some cards...
Locked cards cannot be removed until you have fulfilled their conditions.
Defeating the King of Dust. Only be removed by defeating it. Okay. Defeat the Queen of Dust. Okay, so... We could change Dead Man's Gorge just in a different type of ambush like these two, so it doesn't really matter. And the other ones all have tokens, so we want those. All the equipment. Looks to be fine. We don't have any other like normal weapons beside the axe though. So I might swap out one of these shields for just like a sword. There you go. Start.
New content awaits you. It will be awarded when you complete your run. I will add my own cards to the deck. How boring life would be without a little spice.
Isn't that true, dude? See the spider back there? So there's an options in the options setting that just says spider. Like on or off spider.
Play for life and death. Prepare yourself.
Twisted Canyon.
It lives in every game. That initial moment where things begin.
See, I've
I
been
have
glinting the
worked
sunlight
on these cards all my days, and the canyon has been there from the outset.
You see a weapon glinting in the sunlight. Climb down and retrieve the weapon. So if you fail, you probably just get hurt. Very carefully, you make it to the bottom. Retrieve a weapon from the ancient corpse. An axe. What do I have right now? Another axe. So there you go. Now that sword that I put in there is fucking useless. Mr. Lionel.
I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here, I'll make an exception.
That's a strange old man. Ask him what he needs. I need to help you. Woo! Every third encounter does not consume food. Press B button to shield bastard target suddenly. That's a pretty good shield we got there. Thanks, Mr. Lionel. Captain of the Guards.
I always thought it was best to avoid the problems of others.
So say now he pulls out a
I see
token.
you have no such concerns.
You hear a shout from up ahead, and the sounds of battle. Rushing forward, you discover warriors surrounded by undead. Broken bones litter the area around the man, but there are still more closing in on him, and he appears badly injured. Stranger, he calls out with his weapon. Here, take my mace and put an end to these monstrosities.
It's a lump of iron on a stick. Not terribly subtle.
Coming with this trait, strikes fear into the cold hearts of the undead. They will sustain more damage and may not be resurrected around such holy relics. So that's, it actually does more damage, so I mean, might as well. So something is kind of tutorializing. Because it gave us this mace. And I think we had to go this way anyway and like get this, so. Ooh. Fucking shield hit, dude. So now we should get that token because we completed. Good work putting them to rest. Keep the mace. We have enough back at Cabere, he said, slowly standing. We've been hearing reports of undead in our kingdom recently, like I go investigate. He stops to look around at the bone fragments. More of them here than I suspected. Some new horror must have decided to settle in these parts and brought its minions. I must head back to the capital and report this to the Duke. Watch your step, friend. There is something more powerful at work than just these skeletons.
The token is yours.
Token is yours.
Well done.
And at the end of the game, you unlock any tokens, basically, that are in your little pot, I'm pretty sure. From what I've seen in this game, I have seen a little bit,
if you dare.
And from this game, I mean the second game, I've seen a little bit of it. You can embark down the next leg of your adventure.
Many have reached this far. Further, in fact. I do not know if you have what it takes to do better than they did.
River.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Okay. Huge success. That's the one I'm looking for. I think it was one of the ones on the end. Yes! Let's go. Your light armor makes the crossing easy, and you can stop to die for some shiny stone from the river that touch a few coins. 15 gold. On the other side of the river, you realize that one of the stones is in fact a ring. You put it away and have it cleanly identified later and continue journey. The card token is now yours. We're killing it, dude. Look at these tokens we get.
Given how rarely one encounters the folk, you are fortunate indeed to meet Merith again. Or perhaps we are merely cycling around the wheel and dipping into the same memories time and time.
There's a spider, I see him. One day in a shady forest, you encounter an elf man who stops to greet you. I am Marith of the Highest, but I'm gonna ask for gold. I'll you 3 gold game coins. Oh, 3 gold. 30 gold. 25 gold. Immortal, that bold heroes make for great battles, but survive a thing twice before meddling in the face of gods and monsters. Thanks. I'm not gonna head up the stairs just yet.
Towards our foe.
Traveling Tinker. Shady girl with the beaten trail. You found a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. This is why I wanted the gold, because I thought maybe this card was a shop, and I was right. This makes inflicts more damage the lower the health of the wielder is. Damage starts off at damage 32. Should buy that.
I'm impressed. Few select these sorts of weapons because nobody ever anticipates being in peril. Such misplaced confidence is usually their downfall. Armor protects you from damage. The best armor, of course, does so much more.
Alright, so we sell this. Don't need it. Sell that because we don't need it. We have the rest of that equipped, so we can't sell the light armor? Oh. Okay. Actually, I want to buy food just to make sure. You just keep buying another one then.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
Just in case. I don't know how long this level is. You know, I don't want to be screwed over, because each time you move a card, you use 1 food. Right,
were you hoping this was the end? No. Another floor awaits. Good. Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress. There's a token in it for you if you win.
See an ancient ornate coffin in the main burial chamber. It may hold spectacular wealth, but it will surely be guarded. Draw 2 monster cards. 3 of dust, 2 of skulls. Time to take
more skeletons for you to deal with.
Let's go. Suddenly you leap into the fray, take one of them down before they can even react. I'll take away 3 dust, because skeletons. I have the holy weapon. That's a good against skeletons and such. I was hitting B to do the block thing, but it's actually Y. Alright. Whoops. Or the parry or whatever. Choose our 3 game cards. A card token is now yours.
The most fundamental symbol of might for an age.
I didn't need to buy all that food. Yay, more card tokens. Winding trail.
Well then, how will you deal with this?
How dare they? I could have just given them any gold, honestly. I only have 6. Probably don't need gold anymore. Just arc in combat, basically. It even shows you like a combo meter on the bottom, so pretty simple. Should mention I'm also not recording this stream because I've been having problems with recording.
Distinctly average. What do you expect me to say? Congratulations?
10 food. I didn't need this much food. Ambush.
What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh?
4 best, eh? Trying to weaken me up, eh? Combat really isn't that hard, but just press Y when you see green thing, and just spam X otherwise.
I did not realize you were such a fearsome adversary. I will bear
Just got an
that in
achievement.
mind.
I got an achievement because I didn't get hit, and he also said I will bear that in mind. Hopefully he doesn't make
This
a
is
comment.
what I was looking for. You show some aptitude for the game. Perhaps this will not be as boring as I thought.
Alright.
Middle of the road in every way.
Let's keep just cooking the middle armor or whatever. Oh my. That's a lot of gold. Ah, traveling mage. Well. Shady girl. Be chill, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade. Approach the shop. Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you. Are we wise just because we approach your shop? Like, what? Okay, first, let us sell all this medium armor. Sell the sword as well. Press right bumper to attack faster with each successful strike. The longer your combo, the more explosive the reaction. Well, all dragon relics are equipped. I don't have any of the dragon relics. You draw supplies instead. Draw 2 and pick 1. I don't really need the cap because we're also going to do the last thing. During combat, press right bumper to throw knives. I'll do this one.
A knife for all. and mercy for none. Artifacts give you powerful abilities to use in combat.
I know, buddy. So I don't know how far I'm going to play this today. Probably just for a few hours. Jack of Skulls, Tenacious Undead is unusually difficult to lay to rest. In addition to sheer strength, skeletons have hard to arrive directly. Recently defeated skeletons in close vicinity, serving as captain to squads of lesser skeletons. Yeah, I already read this.
A wrongness, an error, cheating.
We found the Jack of Skulls, and 2 tokens for this guy. So you can revive things in its vicinity, but also my weapon is a holy weapon. So I think I'm fine because of my holy weapon.
Shots from rifles cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid them. Are you agile enough?
Oh, he can still revive them, okay. Oh, did I kill him already? Oh, okay. I don't think I killed him that fast. He actually wasn't that hard. You just have to focus him. What a guy's face.
Ah, well done. Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come.
Whoa, look at all those tokens, dude.
Now our wager becomes more interesting. Will the tools you've earned suffice to...
The Murder at Sea DLC has arrived. Oh, I didn't even know. There's a landlocked lever to begin the quest.
Is it not?
Oh, so I didn't even know. Huh. I must have the Game of the Year edition or whatever. Hunt for the White Minotaur has begun. Song with the White Minotaur. Look at all these DLC things I got. My council is expanding its influence. Goblin King Hall's DLC is ready. Underlord awaits your sacrifice. And now we get back to the normal game stuff. Dropping the captain of the guards, you receive the mace that he had and another mace. Okay. So now we have that mace unlocked permanently. For diving into the river, you receive Ring of Survival. For exploring the Dead King's Hall, you receive Treasure Chest. Ooh, that has another token. For the war defeating my skeleton jack, you receive these cards. Crucible token, Queen of Dust. That's the next quest probably. Helpful Priest and Desert Storm. And reward for reading my skeleton jack, you receive these new cards: Helm of Reflection, Consuming Shade, Angel's Wing, and Frostfang.
Shall we deal again? Another round, and our game truly begins.
Well, it's like a chalice floating over there now. So now we have all the DLC stuff unlocked as well. The Queen of Dust. Curses. In combat, the player movement speed is reduced by how much gold they possess. Oh no. Bandit Queen was taken by slavers as a child and raised in the desert. Over her years, she's bribed to murder her way to her current position as second in command of the Desert Thieves, proving herself capable of ruthless cunning. So we'll probably fight the King of Dust
bold
next.
Woman, this one. She did not collapse when the Empire did. No, she took up arms, organized her people, and vowed that in a country where death had gathered, she would be the one dealing it.
Okay. So we got that, we got Frostfang. The other weapons? No mace? Desperate measures. What is it? What is? I want to look at it. Yeah, we got the shields, we got the armors, chains, medium armor. Angel's Wing. I don't see what they do. Oh, inspect. I see. This card is new unless its contents are unknown. Okay. Find the card and play, and the secrets will be revealed. So what about this one? Okay, that's already a holy weapon, so yeah, we don't need the other mace, but I would like to just get an axe just in case. Just because it's more uncommon. So what would I get rid of then? I don't want to get rid of the shield. I could probably get rid of one of these two. Reveal stairs encounters upon entering a level and grants gold bonus for revealing every encounter in the level. But I like that, even though I've never gotten it yet. I don't think I need the healing cap. Do that, and I'm gonna get one of the axes just because, just in case. And then we want to do any token ones and not any not token ones. So do we have any not token ones that we can swap out? The answer is no. We have a bunch of token ones, but they're also DLC, but I'd rather just start doing the DLC as well. So we have these two that we're gonna miss out on, unfortunately. But it's fine. So you want to do the token ones. Because they give you cards, basically.
Now we play for the cup. The first of my symbols.
We play for the cup. So remember, we have the curse that makes us move slower. For more gold we have, which is why he added a bunch of gold cards in the deck. I saw that. So we don't want to have too much gold on us, basically.
I've added some cards to spice up the game. In addition to the pain and gain decks, there are now blessings and curses.
Okay.
Choose your steps carefully.
A canyon. You see weapon glinting in the sunlight.
A choice. Select your desire.
Very carefully, draw one equipment card. Hey!
Are you sure that's the right approach?
Hey, get rid of the rusty axe for better axe, you know?
I'm starting to wonder if you're simply leaving this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Helpful priest. Okay, here's a new card.
Priests, gods, and eternal damnations. I have no truck with any of it.
Small share of your provisions, I will bless you in the name of the old gods. Give the priest half your food. Wait, was that one? Damn it. Whatever. Just a few words in language, it is done. Draw one blessing card. Card tokens that you are self-righteous.
Blessings
on any hit
will remain always active and are never removed. Unless you die, of course.
on any
Then
hit.
you're back where you began.
The player
as
inflicts
always.
2 more damage for each blessing they possess. Okay, so if I
Take
get,
the token.
so I get
It
2
is
more
yours.
damage, and then I can get more. I don't know if that didn't get huge success though.
One more step down, and we may see the end of this, or another set of stairs. This game is still only beginning. New rules, new tools, new abilities. We have far to go as yet.
The land
Every
lock
step
lever.
you take consumes food, but you will also heal as you proceed.
Door to the landlocked lever opens with a creak, bringing the sounds like a thunderclap. Welcome, traveler. Before I can treat you with hospitality, I must ask you a very important question. Have you seen, heard, or, God forbid, smelled a kraken? Explain you've never seen a kraken. Consider yourself lucky. There is no more foul beast than a kraken. I am Carlo. Welcome to the landlocked lever. After approaching you some time to enjoy the warmth and some stale bread, Carlo approaches you. I've heard rumors of boats going missing from the small village port of Norwich. No survivors, no witnesses. Norwich port is run by bandits, thieves, and smugglers. There's no way to know what really happened there. Perhaps you could have a look around and find out more. I would go, of course, but I have this place to look after. Carlo gestures to the empty, damp-ridden flea hole, and he calls home. The card token is now yours. Okay. So it's just the setup for the rest of the DLC, basically. The Maiden.
You might think the world of the cards is grim. Yet, even in the darkness, there is light to be found.
Thank you for the food cards. Call for the priest. Shady Grove. Approach the shop. I only have 10 gold, but might as well see if they have. Maybe they can cure the gold curse. Oh, they can. 300. I can't sell my old rusty axe? Oh my gosh. Oh, I should have asked her for gold. I might have just been able to buy the food anyway. The White Council won.
Win this and claim my token.
Once dust settles, you arrive at a small village known as Lesser Dimsgate. The locals are gathered at a shabby-looking inn. Something must be done, shouts a voice raised in anger. They took all our gold and food, one peasant wails. Will nobody stand up to them? Offer to help. They went that way, not an hour ago. You easily catch up with the band of ruffians. The band of ruffians that seem overly confident and are in no rush. As you approach, the one who seems to be the leader notices you. Kill him! He kind of is gesturing towards you. He looks like a troublemaker. There's 2 monster cards. Woo! It's a lot of guys.
Now we begin to raise the stakes.
Oh, there's a trap.
Will fight against you. Beware of my traps.
I like how they can also get hit by the traps though, so I'm fine with that. Ah, oh, fuck, I got hit by that. See, it led me into it. Oh, they weren't bandits, the child explains. They worked for the White Council. It was our turn to give tribute. The card token is not yours. Hitch a ride!
Better than trudging along a muddy road.
Found a friendly critter willing to ride on a second. We discovered the exit to the area. Okay. Rockfall. Oh no.
A terrifying walk to get to the Queen. So many potential places for an assailant to get the upper hand.
Had my eye on it. As rocks are in a small cave. A few minutes later, you emerge and climb around the new rockfall. Hear a voice somewhere above you say, "Did it hit him?" I don't have to attack the bait. It's 2 of dust and a 3 of dust. 5. Much better than 7, which was the last time. I don't think the combat was supposed to be like... I mean, obviously it's what drives the game along, but I think the main focus of the game is to have like a cool adventure with these like card stuffs. As you can tell, the combat animation just doesn't even seem as fluid, you know. And also, I just don't think it matters as much. But, I think it's kind of hard to get hit. You get hit like by cheesy situations and by being an idiot. Machine contract. Once per combat, press right bumper to activate an order that makes every single successful strike drop gold. Okay.
A shield for the marathon, not the sprint.
Yes. Because it saves me food. I'd like to go back and buy food, but at the same time, I'll just go forward.
A horse is a fine companion. I'm sure you'll leave this one in time. You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom. You are close on her trail, and more confident than I had imagined. Perhaps you will play beyond this mark, and we will see your true mettle.
3 of dust. Can I, like, go back down the stairs and buy more gold since I did that? Or buy more food, I mean. Fuck. I don't need gold. I need
a little
food.
gold to give you a taste for it.
Rockfall again, dude.
The stones tumble upon you.
Yes. I have so much. Oh, I didn't realize that guy wasn't there. So much fucking gold right now. Please give me food, dude. 2 equipment cards. Frostfang. Each shit slows the target. Take a dude to quit.
As pleases you.
Song of the White Minotaur.
A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
The Welcome Barrel Inn is renowned for attracting the most talented bards from all around. You arrive there, wary from your adventures, and tight center may convince you to settle with the hearth for a while. Pass, and the crowd starts to thin. The bard begins to move around the room, playing requests for small groups. He serenades a pair of young lovers for a Jaeger summit, and is then generously tipped for leading a group of blacksmiths in raucous chorus of foul language aimed at the folks from the next town over. He approaches you. Well, 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 what do we have here, most distinguished adventurer? No tawdry tale of insipid chivalry or brash tribalism will do. You, sir, merit a string ballad of bloodshed, heroism, and death. The bard sings for you the fable of the White Minotaur, a legendary beast who is master of both might and magic. Its power is such that it has felled every adventurer, both bounty hunter and treasure seeker, it has ever crossed. At the moment of his song, the bard leans in close to you and whispers, "The White Minotaur is no myth. I met a man 2 nights ago who wants the beast as if he were its long shadow. I'd wager that any adventurer would be interested in the tales he told me of a supper. All yours for a small donation." Yes. I like the look of you. Does 5 gold sound fair? Yeah. Card token is now yours.
Your provisions are running low. Can you press on? Noble causes turn to rotten enterprise. You may win this battle and send the queen to her rightful end.
Guess I should explore the other.
What have you gained in the process?
There's a fucking ballista. What the fuck? What? Kill that fucking ballista, dude. Can we kill the ballista or no? Can't, okay. There we go. Easy as pie. We didn't do a few cards, and probably some of them were tokens, so. But whatever. Not that cheesy about it.
Inevitable, I suppose. So often those who beat plowshare to sword die by the grim instruments of their industry. Still, she fought well and bravely, which is all I expect from my pawns and players.
Stronger counterattacks. Your counterattacks do more damage, increase stun your stunning attacks. Now rendering enemies dazed for longer. New starting gear. Your starting equipment has been upgraded. Bandit strength increase. Bandits have had their strength increase. Skeletons can increase. Strength increase. Bandits now have throwing knives. Okay.
You have earned the first of the symbols of my power and passed the first gate. There is no turning back now. Previously I was merciful, but now I cannot be. It is begun. I crafted each of these cards over the course of years. You have taken them from me in mere moments.
Gain 15 health, healer's ring, and charity. So is the priest one. Meeting with power of the landlock lever gains you this card. Smuggler's Wharf. Helping the people of Blessed Dimsgate, you receive the White Council 2. In the Song of the White Minotaur, you receive Hunting the Huntsman. And then we get the defeating My Bandit Queen, you receive these new cards. Jack of Plague, Asleep in the Forest, Fields of Poppies, and Battle at Rooftop. As a worm for you, you receive new cards. Fleet Cuffs, Armor of Cold, and Huge Hammer.
Come, play again. Do you have what it takes to defeat the rats?
So just, okay. Jack of Plague, twice the fall. The player loses 5 gold for every fail, twice the fail. For every fail, and 10 gold for every huge failure chance card. Here's a beast who hates your kind and has grown fat and evil with that hatred. The Jack of Plague will kill you and suck the marrow from your bones.
Ah, the rats. They have swarmed up from the dark places beneath the realms of humanity and now squat amongst your cities and feast and shriek and hunt and writhe.
Feast and shriek. I thought I said feast and freak. I was like, what? Yeah, that's fine. I think I want no. Are there any non-token cards I can get rid of? Yes, there are actually. You can keep Master Lionel still. Let's get rid of Ambush. Get Smuggler's Wharf in there. And let's get rid of Dead King's Hall or a Winding Trail. Here we go, Winding Trail. And I'll keep a Winding Trail. Get rid of Dead King's Hall. We'll put in Desert Storm. Alright. I hope it doesn't fuck us over because we don't have enough like combat things.
Our Lord of Plague does like to rub your nose in misfortune.
Right, so there's a plague thing going on here. Ooh, what are those enemies? Blight? Let's say Blight on those cards. Ah, the classic. Yay, free weapon. Huge hammer. Mr. Lionel. Aha, I know what you need. When you come to, you find yourself in a place you don't recognize with the abundance. What? Did he take something from me? Has to be blessed. Self-righteous, okay.
Useful. Descend ever deeper into the subterranean pit.
So wait, did they...
Each of these cards is crafted from your memories and built from your experience. I created them, but only in the abstract. It is the importance you place on them that makes them real. You can always review your cards here.
Okay. Well.
It amuses me to watch them theorize, to attempt to discern the very likeness of the gods down to their toes.
Okay. That was easy. Seems the language. Ooh, 2 blessings. Holy touch. Undead.
I made that a little too powerful.
That physical
I will have to
player
rebalance that next
may
time.
receive damage themselves. At the start of each combat, a random opponent is highlighted. If that creature is the first to die, and then it pops out 5 gold, which the player may collect. Okay, so kill the highlighted one. You get gold. Treasure chest.
A treasure chest?
So did you see treasures
What
in
more
the hall?
iconic emblem of success could we imagine? Choose from these options.
Alright. While silent as you move forward, you approach the treasure chest.
We play for a token now.
There's also about it still intact. What treasure might it hold? Attempt to pry it open. That's not... I meant to go over one more time. I meant to move over one more to the 4th one. What the fuck? Game, that was cheap ass. I had that. I fucking had that. I'm pissed. I'm gonna lose this one because of that.
Ah, the wandering mendicant. Will humanity ever move beyond poverty, religion, and charity?
Oh my fucking lord. Fuck. I didn't even read
Very
that.
nice.
I'm so fucked, dude. I'm so fucked this time. Can I just restart? What blessing did I get? You need every battle the old ghost sword on thunder upon one of your enemies. It's gonna fuck up my other one.
These places are rife with power. It is not chance that you should meet a warlock here.
3 dust, but they have 2 of them are glowing. God damn it. I got like this good weapon and all these cool blessings. I just got fucked this mission. At least I got the token for that one. I'm so pissed off.
Well done.
I think you can go back and play missions to get more tokens, so I mean.
Roaming ever forward, hunting for the truth. What brings you to play the game? Ha!
I'm
I
out of
know you
food
will
too.
not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
There we go. These hills as a storm arrives. Tokens mine.
The deeper you go, the greater the risk of starvation. Now you begin to trespass upon
Or
the
of
Ratmen's
plague.
hunting grounds.
Okay.
Plague by name and plague by nature. The rats leave behind a deadly toxin.
So now they don't have the indicators now or whatever. What hit me? Oh, they leave behind a plague so if you walk over their dead bodies. Fucking stop going by the fire, you dickhead. Piece of shit. Oh boy. One food card. God
These
damn it.
trails wind, and our goals wind with them. My voice and these words draw us closer to the inevitable conclusion.
4 dust tube skulls. So I don't know if they're all going to be fighting me, or if they're going to fight each other as well. No, they're not fighting me. Okay. I think one of the other children of dust died in the back or whatever. I'm gonna fucking lose this. Oh boy.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
It's not even the end yet.
Better than trudging along a muddy road. Certainly.
I'm just gonna not gonna win this anyway, so I might as well just explore. Fuck. Listen, I need food. I don't really care much about health, honestly. I get health naturally. Sell this axe I'm not using, I guess. Might as well heal some. Oh, it's 6, never mind. See you later. Alright. Smuggler's Wharf, alright.
Again, a token is at stake.
Which port? There's a little more than wooden planks sticking out of the water. It's a den of iniquity. Visitors and inquiries are obviously not welcome. Spend the time getting acquainted with the workings of the wharf, looking for adventures to gain information. Drink with the captain. Sees drowning them in dull-stained brandy. Put up a stool next to her, and while I'm crying about her misfortune, I attempt to find out what she knows about the missing. Tell the captain knows something, but she's not parting with you yet. However, she seems pleased to have company. Drink more. Stories about nothing regarding the recent boat disappearance. You're feeling the effects of powerful. Still have her wits about you. Drink more. Gulp down another small glass. Receive some of your gold. Drink more. Sadly, nothing but the missing ships. Drink more. Oh my lord. Highbringer must say nothing more than the matter. Alright, we did it. Just had to get fucking plastered. Sleep in the forest.
Spirits roaming the darkness with the struggle.
You're jolted awake by a force calling your name. You see a vaguely human-shaped ghost running towards you. You're quick to your feet, weapon ready in hand. The ghost stops abruptly, hand signaling means no harm. You forget me already? Has this place already corrupted you? Lower your weapon. I should not be here. I fear her servants already know where I am. For a brief moment, the ghost's pale eyes feel achingly familiar. Please come home soon. You blink and the ghost is now gone. If he's a bag of food, you get 1 food gate. The card token is now yours.
Your prize.
Alright. Nah, I don't need it. Alright.
A horse is a fine companion. I'm
Such
sure
a
you'll
ride.
need this one in time.
So
You
we
do
somehow
not seem to have the
salvage
temperament
this.
for friends, even in the animal kingdom.
More ratmen.
They will not let you pass so
Or
easily.
4 of them.
Prepare yourself.
Alright, but we got like most of our health back already. See what I said? I don't really care about buying the health. Alright, should have seen that one coming. What? Alright. That spear coming out of the wall actually threw me for a fucking loop, dude. Because I thought there was no way, like, it just shot a spear before that, and I was like, there's no way I can shoot another one. There's you one food gain card. Hunting the Huntsman.
As you plunder the secrets of
Turns out that it is not too hard to track down a mad huntsman who's on a crusade against the countryside in search of a mystical beast.
Left untouched.
He has been spotted interrogating tavern goers, accosting travelers in the woods, and closely scrutinizing various animal droppings. You hear that he recently left a small town of a thatched cross and was seen heading into the forest nearby. Follow set tracks that lead you to a leafy glade. Colorful autumn debris breaks the ground. You stop dead when you hear a suspiciously loud snapping sound beneath your feet. I think that's that one. Yes, dude. Catch the edge of the pit with the firm grasp and manage to haul yourself up to solid ground. In front of you sense a grizzled veteran hunter deliver the many trophies for his kills. He moves with calm assurance, but his gaze pierces you like dagger. I am impressed that you escaped my trap. In fairness, it was not designed for one such as you, but something more substantial. Having spent so many years in the role of hunter, it's unusual to find myself as prey. Let's share a drink at the tavern, where we can converse as men instead of tracking each other's footprints like beasts. Card token is now yours. You're damn right it is. Damn right it is. There's a spider, I see him. Goblin King's Hall 1. We haven't started this one
Let us
yet.
stake a token on their foolishness.
One that is, you lie in a forest clearing. You are disturbed by the sight of a shadowy figure watching in the darkness. Well met! Well met! The goblin exclaims, stepping into the light and sitting by the fire. Just the armed warrior I've been seeking. Ask him to elaborate. The goblin makes himself comfortable. My name is Mr. Lion. Hey! And I have a tale of woe to share with you, and perhaps an opportunity for you to make a tidy profit from my misfortune. Goes on to tell the story of his troubles with the king of the goblins while lamenting his subsequent banishment from the goblin community. The king could have shown leniency, includes given that his daughter and I were both drunk from an excellent Dulcian brandy served at his coronation. Instead, he opted to make his first official act my banishment. Full regret it though, for now it's the time for revenge, he says eagerly. Taking out a strange amulet. For hundreds of years, the goblin kings have gathered treasure and hoarded it in a series of enchanted and ever-changing treasure vaults. Only the goblin king himself knows where his treasure vaults are hidden in. But now I have a way to find them. I just need a lock of elven hair to complete this magical device. Accept the task. Excellent. Just get the hair by any means possible. Don't worry, I'll find you again once your quest is complete. With that, he returns to the shadows and sits down behind a bush, watching you. I actually need to... I fucked this up a little bit. I should have started by going up at the beginning. Crucible.
A crucible to heat and purify the flawed metal. You, in this case.
The town of Stiegel sits upon the only safe crossing of the River Ernst. However, the only adventurers allowed to cross are those who pass through the crucible. In the crucible, you'll fight monsters for the entertainment of the townspeople of Stiegel. What will you do? Enter the cross people. Cross the crucible. Choose your opponent wisely, use a month from the crowd. I'm betting on you. Two skulls since I have a holy weapon. I mean, the holy smite as well. I forgot. Easy. You survived that round, now do it again. The crowd awaits your decision. Alright, so we have to fight 3 of dust anyway. Wow. I want to hit this fucker, but hit the other guy. After surviving the crucible, you're paraded through the town and allowed to continue upon your adventure. If you were in a peasant throw coin saying, "You've made me rich, warrior," the dealer draws you 4 gold game cards. This card token is now yours. Holy shit.
Here is your token. Well done.
Thank you. There we go. Up. Ooh, perfect. Approach the shop. Hopefully they sell food. I mean, they're a jeweler, so maybe not. Oh, they do sell food. We already have... Oh no, we don't have an in-combat thing. I mean, we could do that, but I'd rather buy food.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
I am grateful for that. Just buy fucking as much food as we can. Just in case. Don't really need the gold. Angry mob.
So quick to anger.
As you approach a small town of which burn, an angry mob of peasants marches forth and confronts you. The rat men have eaten all our food. We're starving. We demand food. Give them half the food. Share half your food with peasants. They gather around to see your offering. Look at all this food, the old man cries. Bless you, boy. You've saved our village. Any hit on the player during combat has a chance to poison the attacker. Excuse me? I have to change my direction where I'm going to there. Local peasant.
Hungry mouths. War leaves nothing.
Greetings, stranger. The winter's been hot on my family this year, and the forest behind you sense movement. In exchange for some food, I will tell you everything I know about these lands. The woman to food. The woman takes your food eagerly, passing it to the southern for it. Really, the woman speaks length, but she has seen and heard recently. Ooh. We didn't get the token, so we can get 5 food. Damn it. Traveling tinker. Pass it by. Damn, we should have given her 5 food. Faster and stronger than normal rat, and this beast inspires all vermin around him to strike faster. The more damage he sustains.
Blood and teeth.
So kill others before him. That's what you're saying. Okay. I like how this started out so fucked, and I somehow turned it around. I did miss like quite a few tokens on this one though, which like at least 3, which peeves me a little bit. Ah yes, rat noises. Excuse me? Let's get away from this other ratman so I don't get poisoned by walking over their bodies. There we go. GG. Oh! My headphones unplugged.
The queens and kings of the rat kind have lost a child here today. For slaughter, your reward.
Don't say it like that, man. For exploring Rooftop Hill, you receive more gold in the altar. For surviving a desert storm, you receive Lost in the Desert. Oh no. For infiltrating Kolnich Port, you receive the following card: the Landlocked Lover 2. For shunning the Ghost, you are merciful, you receive Asleep at the Inn. For escaping the Huntsman Trap, you receive the Mug and Barrel. For joining Mr. Loniel's quest, this card gains a token. Oh, the Maiden gained a token. Okay. I didn't know cards gained. Surviving the arenas in the town of Siegel, you receive draw 2. Select one to keep. Noble Trader. A Wife's Fury, and Loan. The word for defeating the Ratman Jack received these new cards. Berserker Armor, Scorching Zeal, Culling the Ratman, King of Dust, Devil's Carnival, and Embertown Hero. Being my Ratman Jack, I'll give you the new challenge. Ratman Hunting, and by the way, Ratman Hunting.
Come, play. I do not want to just sit here. Look at the cards you have earned. Now we have enough to begin a real game. Now we play.
Oh, now we can do endless mode. Whenever the player finishes a combat, they lose 1 gold per 15 health. King Dust broke faith with king and country long ago and has made himself rich and powerful through the ludicrous application of cruelty and terror outside of law for decades.
Some men thrive in anarchy and chaos. The King of Dust is one
Use your
such.
recommended equipment and
His
a counter
tools are cruelty and terror.
I don't know why I read that.
And I suspect he will harbor a great hatred for you, my friend.
So just, like, I don't have to look through that. I can just look if there's anything I want here, and the answer is no, so there you go. Alright, so I want... some tokens that I want. Are there any non-tokens I can get rid of? Blinding Trail. Battle at Brookkeep. And the King's Hall. And I'll get rid of health just because I think it takes away food. So let's get the Wife's Fury, Decent Arrival, Lost in the Desert, and Charity. There you go. Gotta fill up with them tokens, dude.
In these lands, the King of Dust takes his tithe of all.
These ambush guards. 6 of dust, did that say? Spider, there he is.
You face the first of my kings. Each has shaped the nature of their forces with the strength of their will. They will turn that power to your destruction. Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all.
Embertown Hero.
A quest that may lead you down many paths, towards jealously guarded secrets. Interesting.
Come across an injured adventurer whose battered and bloodied armor tells you he's seen combat recently. Ask him his troubles. I've been chasing a pack of thieves that attacked my home village in Embertown. I killed some of them in an ambush, and I fear I lack the strength to chase the rest down. If you have my honor, you will find those jackals and make them pay. Okay.
Let's find out what type of character you really are.
Caught up the entire village raiders should call it. Stay your hand, adventurer. We'll share the spoils with you. What's that? It's this one? No, that's not at all. Now in a hail of arrows, the dealer draws you 3 pain cards and 2 monster cards. 15 health.
Oh dear.
10 max health. 15 max health.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch, you're damn right. They move in for the kill. Oh, now they have the things about their head again. Damn it, dude. fuck this one up, PSCM. Except this one doesn't look redeemable like the last one. The last one didn't even look fucking redeemable. Oh. So it draws you 3 game cards.
Sometimes form follows function, and vice versa. In this case, it's called a huge hammer.
Oh,
you take a guess.
I missed whatever card was down there initially, so... Ooh, 8.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
And consider this remote precisely for change from here as they wish. Just be cautious, mortal. You have the taint of a goblin about you, and they may never be trusted. Ooh, any enchanted weapons. Okay, so she told us. She told online. We heal up anyway, so...
Head downwards, if you dare. Do you understand how this game works now?
Yes.
Do you comprehend the stakes?
I think I do. 2 of skulls.
The bandits
I
are
got a whole
solely
new
loyal
weapon
to their king.
Yeah, these are
they
bandits,
will not
alright.
let you reach him easily.
I hate these bandits. Okay. Giant hammer is such a good weapon. I'm so glad I got this. How is one of the skeletons pretending to be
A choice. Select your desire. Wealth and health. A recipe for a happy life. I doubt things will end that way, mind you.
Life's fury.
You are braver than I if you're willing to get involved in a marital dispute.
Traveling through a small town, you're accosted by a furious woman who shouts at you from the door of her home, saying, "You there! You look like you can handle yourself. I was supposed to be home hours ago, but instead he's with his pals drinking away all our coin. Then to spoil some of that lady's job here. If you go and teach him a lesson, you can take your pick." That's having to confront the husband. Now there's someone with sense. I would go crack a skull myself, but our dragon cow is birthing a litter and might burn the whole place down.
We meet the Jack again.
Oh.
Did you think him done before? Oh, no.
And his friends.
Shuffled back into the deck to rise again to the top. As are we all.
He's busy playing a drinking game with his friends, so join in. Obtain the local tavern from drink capacity in Tales of Adventure. Drop a equipment card. Frostfang. It's not as good as my weapon right now, though, so... Oh.
The token is yours. Let us see what you do with your newfound abilities.
Hey, we got a token there. Traveling Mage. Shady Grove. Reading trail, you found a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. Purchase a shop. I have no gold. Why did I do this? Just a waste of my damn time. I guess I can sell. Lizardman? Oh no. I can sell this. I can sell Frostfang as well. So I don't know if I have enough to purchase anything from here. I can purchase the antlers, but I don't think I'm fighting the Lizardman, so I think it's kind of useless. So I might as well just buy some food. It's gonna take our gold anyways from fights, so I might as well.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
How do you always say that, dude?
It's better than trudging along a muddy road. Certainly.
Right. All for the priest. God fucking damn it. Devil's Choice.
I like this demon. He lies as often as he tells the
Devil
truth.
appears in your path. I'm here to test your bite, so-called hero. Choose your foe. What? Fight the Jack of Plague, I guess.
Our old friend, the Jack of Plague, returns to fight another day.
It's just him? I'm fine with that. It's not just him. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Get rid of all that debris that was with those for. Attack you, bitch. Bye-bye. -3 gold, oh no. Excellent, the devil cries. You impress my cunning touch. Have some treasure, perhaps next time we're possible cross, and I will kill you myself. 3 game cards, nice. I figured you wanted us to fight like the harder asshole.
Really? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna replace the light armor with medium armor, you dick. 15 health, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Lionel. The bread from your plate. Aha, I know what you need. Woo! Lionel! Snatches a pickled onion off your plate and sprints out the tavern door. Local peasant.
Feast, famine, and everything in between.
Yay. This is my husband before he died. Elite cuffs, nice, dude. Thanks for giving me the rundown. And I got the token. What were the fleet cuffs? Increase the wearer's movement speed. Let's go. Decked out.
An expedition. Press on. What brings you to play the game? Ha. I know you will not tell me.
Ooh, the landlocked
like
lever
all
too.
the rest, you are silent.
Turn to the landlocked lever and find it somehow even emptier than before. Carlo was entertained by the story of your time in Norwich. You explained that you were told you'll need a high binder to find the missing ships. Carlo laughs. It is not a high binder, it is the high binder. He's a broker of information. If he knows anything about the missing boats, then he'll tell us if we can pay his price. I'll contribute what I can towards the high binder, but as you can see, the tavern business hasn't made me a rich man. We'll accept any currency we have to provide. Let's make it worth his while. Well, high binders are only evidence at this point. We'll need to pay his price to find out more. Guess next time, when I actually have gold.
You may have to contend with every bandit in the kingdom before you reach the king.
Oh, Jack of Skulls, how's it going? Jack of Skulls yet again. So I see we're fighting bosses again already. It's the 3rd boss we've encountered on this mission already. We lost all 6 of our gold. That's nice. Sneak up and kill the skeleton. That was using to play dead. Those are actually 3 game cards. Draw 2, select 1 to keep. Defense meter during combat strikes.
An excellent way to turn an injury into an asset.
Oh, okay.
Nearby enemies are immediately slowed. This armor pulls energy from the world around you.
go with the chains.
Chains for armor, as you will.
3 gold. Oh boy. Lost in the desert.
Now you have reached a point from which the path ahead is unclear. What will be your solution?
Oh no. Stumble upon a long-lost tomb with treasure still inside. 5 max health. Let's go. 40 gold.
Here. Take it.
Nice. Nice. Oh no, here it is.
Open the chest. See what it contains. I'm curious.
I'm sure you are. Alright, let's not fuck this one up last time.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Was it 3 last time? I just fucked it up. Might hit the luck this way, the spells are yours. 4 game cards. What the fuck? We got all this gold now! Of course, as soon as we pass these, he's like, I need gold.
Deeper towards our foe. Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies. Of course, I am different. My powers are genuine.
Yeah, I can tell because you're moving around cards. Scorching Zeal. The trade burns a flame of the ancients doing extra fire damage. However, lava golems will shrug off lava golems? Excuse me? The weapon has fire armor that decreases quickly. Press the left bumper to restore the fire and burn your enemies. No. I like the hammer. Ooh, the White Council.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
One day, as you travel through the forest, you come across a band of thugs standing on the roadside. As you draw near, they move to block your path. Monster cards.
6 bandits to keep you on your toes.
Well, I guess we have to fight this. I'm assuming if